Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hey, good morning, all of you. Moving on further, we have next speaker for today's event, that is Dr. Dipanshu Sahu. Sir is serving as associate professor in this institute. Sir has completed his PhD from Singhania University, Rajasthan. Sir has completed his B.Pharm and M.Pharm from Utkal University, Bhubaneswar. Sir is having total of about 14 years experience in this institute and has various 7 international as well as 2 national publications in his account. Sir has also attended more than 50 international conferences as well as seminars. So we welcome you, sir, to share your views on the topic that is green chemistry. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rachita ma'am. Is the screen visible, Rachita ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, good morning all. So I will give a glimpse on green chemistry. So Paul Anastas, who is the father of green chemistry, who is an American author. Paul Anastas. Second, these are the way by which chemicals are generally spreading in the environment. You can see the fumes, you can see the radioactive materials, you can see the wastage, you can see the plastic bottles that just Nitin sir have explained. And in case of pharma industry, you can see the point that is prevention, not prescription. That means if we will prevent the disposal matter, the wastage, so that we can get a great healthy environment, so that we need not to go for the prescription, or we won't take the medicine. So that was prevention, not prescriptions. So generally the plastic industry is doing a very good job by collecting the wastage material, and then they prepare the new products from the wastage materials. You can see from the images. Then what do the green chemistry? Green chemistry is nothing but it's all about the reducing the waste materials, hazards, risks, energy, and the reducing cost. It consists of the 5 to 6 points. That means all are reducing the waste materials, hazards, risk, energy, and the cost. Next, green chemistry is the utilization of a set of principles. That means it consists of 12 principles that generally reduces the wastage and in the design, manufacture, application of the chemical products. That means it totally the definition of reducing all the 6 parameters. Then green chemistry is about the waste minimization at the sources, use of catalyst in place of reagent. This is the main important point. Try to use the reagents in place of catalyst. In Gujarati, it's said as Deepak. Using non-toxic reagents, use of renewable resources that I had already explained in case of plastic. Generally, plastic industry are using a very good job by using the waste plastic materials to get the new products. Improved atom efficiency. I will later explain what is atom efficiency. These are the efficiency parameters of green chemistry. Use of solvent-free system. Then why do we need green chemistry? Chemistry is undeniable. Undeniable means you cannot deny, and it is a very prominent part of our daily lives. Chemical developments bring new environmental problems and harmful unexpected side effects. We are giving an example of DDT, dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane. Although it acts as a pesticide, insecticides, so it kills the insecticides, but it also causes a harmful effect to the environment. So that birds, animals, all living animals can die. This is the major disadvantage of the DDT. And green chemistry also supports the more environment in a chemical processes that reduce the hazardous substances. These are the following, these are the 12 principles of green chemistry. I made it in a tree so that you can see the symbol also. The symbol justify the waste prevention, and second one is the atom economy. Third one is the less hazardous and chemical synthesis. That means you use the chemicals for the synthesis which are less hazardous to the environment. Designing the safer chemicals. Fifth one, the safer solvent and auxiliaries. Sixth one, the design for energy efficiency. Use of renewable feedstocks. Reduce derivatives. Catalysis that I have already explained. Use always catalyst instead of reagents. Design for degradation. That means you need to make a step so that it will be easily degraded. Real-time pollution prevention. And last one is safer chemistry for accident prevention. These are the all 12 principles of green chemistry. Okay, I am giving an example of chemical reaction. Suppose A plus B will give P plus W. A plus B are reactants, P means products, W means waste. To avoid waste, we are using the green chemistry. Suppose I am giving an example, disinfection water by chlorination. Generally, chlorine oxidizes the pathogens by killing them. But at the same time, it also creates the chlorinated compound which is harmful to the water as well as the society. But in that case, a remedy is there to use an oxidant such as ozone, O3. And if we will go for the second example, example 2 of green chemistry, suppose this is production of allyl alcohol. This is an example of allyl alcohol. In ancient method, we are using allyl chloride. If we will go for the hydrolysis, it will form the allyl alcohol. But as a byproduct, you can see it will give the HCl, which is a byproduct and which is hazardous to the environment. But in green chemistry, to avoid chlorine, generally we are using 2 steps. The first step, this is the first step, propylene and acetic acid along with oxygen. It will form first an ester, and then the ester undergoes hydrolysis to form the alcohol and acid. And that is known as, alcohol and acid react to form esterification, and ester upon hydrolysis it will degrade to alcohol and acid, and so that the acetic acid further reused in the first step. In that case, we will get no byproduct. But in this case, we are getting the HCl as byproduct. So this you can compare with the renewable resources. That means the second step, acetic acid formed in the second step can be reused in the first step to form the ester, so that the ester can undergo hydrolysis to form the propylene glycol. This is the byproduct. In that case, we are using propylene chloride, allyl chloride, to get the alcohol, but at the same time we are getting the byproduct as HCl, which is hazardous. This is the main advantage of green chemistry. The goals of green chemistry that I have already explained some points in the principle of green chemistry, that to reduce the adverse environmental impact, to minimize the byproduct that I have already explained in case of allyl alcohol, to develop products that are less toxic. So you need to synthesize the products which are less toxic to the environment. To develop products so that they can easily be degraded rapidly. To reduce the requirement for the hazardous persistent solvents. To develop the efficient and reliable methods to monitor the process and for the better and improved control. So these are the goals of green chemistry. You can see the image, the chemical industry of the past. In the ancient year, this is the scenario, this is the pictorial representation of the chemical industry. You can see the fumes and the disposal materials. All these things that generally goes to the used to go to the river and sea, so that the air pollution, water pollution generally are taking place. But if you current scenario, the chemical industry today, this is the pictorial representation of the chemical industry today. So you can see this is a far better than the previous. Okay, whenever we are considering the perspective in the tomorrow, you can see, you can compare the image. But if we'll go for the tomorrow, then the birds are flying happily. Okay, then all the trees are grown very well, and lastly the sun rises happily. You can compare. That means we'll get a great environment, healthier environment tomorrow if we'll grow in greener route. So it is a proverb in green chemistry. It is better to prevent waste than to treat or clean up waste after it is formed. That means अगर ये वेस्ट बनाएंगे उसको बाद में हम उसको डिस्पोजल करेंगे तो उससे अच्छा हम वेस्ट ना बनाए. So this is the motto of green chemistry. Then contribution towards global warming. This is the why the global warming generally takes place. So this is the graphical representations: heating, cooling, storing. These are the processes: distillation, compression, popping, and separation. For this we are require energy. Okay, so to get energy we need to burn fossil or fuel. So whenever we are burning the fossil and fuel, generally carbon dioxide arises, and which is generally goes to the atmosphere, and that is the main reason. Elevation of carbon dioxide is the main reason for global warming. Okay, a question is our society sustainable? The green chemistry is otherwise known as sustainable chemistry. Perhaps not, because still now it affects the air quality, water quality, soil quality, and also finally on the human health. This is the still we are not sustainable. Still our society is not sustainable because of lack of awareness, lack of technology, lack of the costs. Okay, this is the pollution prevention hierarchy. That means you can see this is the small amount. If we will go for a small change or small precaution, we can get the huge benefit in case of prevention of the waste and reduction of the waste. Small change, suppose disposal, then treatment. Suppose we can use recycling and reuse, so that the prevention can be eradicated. Also, so many disadvantages of green chemistry, green technology that I have explained: high costs, lack of information, and in some cases, particularly that chemical, that reagent is needed, so that there is no alternative in chemicals or material input, or there is no alternative process technology. And uncertainty about the performance impact. Suppose we are going through the greener route, we cannot predict the performance of the product. So there is uncertainty and lack of human resources and skills also. These are the disadvantages of green chemistry. Then efficiency parameters. So first parameter is reaction yield. That is percent of yield. Percent of yield means actual yield by theoretical yield into 100. Actual yield, that means what did you get after the synthesis. Practical करने के बाद जो product बनती है उसको बोलते हैं actual yield. Theoretical yield मतलब calculation करते हैं उसमें मिलता है कि theoretical yield बराबर. तो सपोज आपको मिला 3 एक्चुअल yield मिला और theoretical yield जो मिला 6 ग्राम मिलना चाहिए. Okay, so 3/6 in 100, that is 50%. That means your percent of yield so less. So try to achieve for maximum percentage of yield. The reaction should have high percentage of yield. Second one is atom economy. The formula is molecular weight of the desired product and molecular weight for all reactants. Suppose in case of reactant we are using 2 to 3 reactants. That means you need to add all molecular weight in the denominator. And suppose we are getting one product, so you need to put that molecular weight of the product into 100%. That is known as atom economy. These are the formulas. So efficiency parameters. Efficiency parameters means generally some type of common reactions, that is addition, substitution, rearrangement reaction. I just go for the rearrangement reaction. You can see this is allyl phenyl ether. This is the phenyl group and this is the allyl group. CH2CH CH2. This is the allyl group. Allyl phenyl ether. If we heat at 200 degrees centigrade, it gives orthoallyl phenol. Orthoallyl phenol. Both the molecular weight remains same. This is the atom economy. That means try to achieve the atom economy 100%. Next, conversion. Conversion means formula: amount of reactant taken minus amount of reactant unconsumed by amount of reactant taken. In short, amount of reactant reacted જેટલા react થયું divided by amount of reactant taken. Suppose 10 ગ્રામ આપણે લીધું અને 5 ગ્રામ react થયું, so 5/10 into 100. That is the conversion factor. Then reaction selectivity. Reaction selectivity, this is the formula: amount of desired product formed by amount of product expected on the basis of reactant consumed. Expectation same into 100. These are the formula. So environmental load factor, that is denoted by E. Total mass of effluent generated by mass of desired products into 100. So these are the basic calculative efficiency parameters of green chemistry. So conclusion is, green chemistry is not a solution to all environmental problems. एक solution नहीं, but the most fundamental approach to preventing the pollution. Green chemistry environmental problem માટે solution નથી, but the best way to approach the preventing the pollution. So before concluding my talk, I would like to show 2 videos to all of you.
चलो इस धरती को योग्य बनाए, सब मिलकर विश्व पर्यावरण दिवस मनाए। वृक्ष, पानी और शुद्ध हवा जीवन जीने की अनमोल दवा। प्रकृति का मत करो शोषण, सब मिलकर बचाओ पर्यावरण। जहाँ न पेड़ पौधे है, न चिड़िया है, न हरियाली, वहाँ जीवन केवल एक बोझ है। पर्यावरण है हम सबकी जान, इसीलिए करो इसका सम्मान। पर्यावरण की रक्षा दुनिया की सुरक्षा, पर्यावरण की करोगे रक्षा, धरती की होगी सुरक्षा। धरा नहीं होगी तो सब धरा रह जाएगा। कुदरत का आंचल प्यारा है, इसे संभालना फर्ज हमारा है। आओ सब मिलकर वातावरण को बचाए, रोके वह संकट जो हमारी विरासत को निगल जाए। चिड़िया मुझे हंसाए रे, बरखा मुझे भाए रे, जग हरा भरा हो जाए रे, आओ कुदरत बचाए रे। पर्यावरण की रक्षा बच्चों की हो प्राथमिक शिक्षा, पर्यावरण की हो सुरक्षा, इससे बढ़कर नहीं कोई तपस्या। पर्यावरण बचे तो प्राण बचे, तभी आएगी सुंदर हरियाली, जब होगी पेड़ पौधों की रखवाली। पर्यावरण का रखे ध्यान, तभी बनेगा भारत महान। अर्थ का कुछ करो, नहीं तो अनर्थ हो जाएगा। पर्यावरण दिवस मिलकर मनाना है, इस धरती को प्रदूषण से मुक्त बनाना है। पर्यावरण के लिए पेड़ लगाओ, देश बचाओ, दुनिया बचाओ। धरती माँ की यही पुकार, पेड़ लगा के करो श्रृंगार। माँ की ममता और पेड़ का दान, दोनों करते हैं जन का कल्याण। जीवन का सिर्फ यही आधार है और पर्यावरण हमारा परिवार। स्कूल में यह पाठ पढ़ाए, पर्यावरण की रक्षा कराए। अब बोले कि चिड़िया डाली डाली, पहले फैलाओ चारों तरफ हरियाली। जब वायु प्रदूषण पर होगा नियंत्रण, तभी बचेगा हमारा पर्यावरण। स्वच्छ पर्यावरण से तुम नाता जोड़ो, बीमारियों से तुम मुंह मोड़ो। हर औद्योगिक प्रतिष्ठान प्रदूषण की ओर दे ध्यान, वन संरक्षण की ओर तन मन धन से लगाओ जोर। वृक्ष से इस पर्यावरण के अमूल्य आभूषण, इनसे होता है दूर प्रदूषण। पर्यावरण को दूषित करना है बुरी आदत, वरना आएगी हम सबकी शामत। कुदरत का मत करो शोषण, यह करती है जीवों का पोषण। रखो पर्यावरण का मान, पशु पक्षी और पेड़ है धरती की जान। अगर चाहिए मानव का कल्याण तो पेड़ लगाए हर इंसान, पेड़ काटकर मत बनो हीरो, ये बना दिए तुमको जीरो। पेड़ काटना नहीं है शान, यह है मनुष्य का झूठा अभिमान। एक दो एक दो, पेड़ काटना छोड़ दो। जिस दिन पृथ्वी में पर्यावरण नहीं होगा, उस दिन पृथ्वी में जीवन भी नहीं होगा। जब तक मानव अपना कर्तव्य नहीं समझेगा, तब तक पर्यावरण पर खतरा मंडराता ही रहेगा। अपने जन्मदिन पर एक पेड़ जरूर लगाए, मरने से पहले कम से कम 100 पेड़ जरूर लगाए। मानव भी अजीब है, पहले पर्यावरण को नुकसान पहुंचाता है, फिर पर्यावरण संरक्षण के लिए योजनाएं बनाता है। जब पक्षी खतरे में होंगे तो मानव भी खतरे से ज्यादा दूर नहीं होगा। पर्यावरण की है ये जान, पेड़ पौधे बड़े स्थान, प्रकृति सभी जीवों की मां, इसीलिए कोई भी जीव प्रकृति से बड़ा नहीं हो सकता। लेकिन मानव खुद को प्रकृति से बड़ा समझने लगा है। मुफ्त की चीज समझकर मत करना कभी प्रकृति का अपमान। पेड़ पौधे है पर्यावरण का आधार, जितने ज्यादा पेड़ पौधे लगाओगे पर्यावरण उतना अच्छा बनाओगे। पेड़ पौधे है मानव के लिए वरदान, मत करो इनका अपमान। अपनी बुरी आदतों को न सुधारोगे तो पर्यावरण को बिगाड़ोगे। इस तरह से पर्यावरण दिवस मनाए, हर जन्मदिन पर एक पेड़ लगाए। प्रकृति हमसे कुछ नहीं मांगती, वह बस हमें देती जाती है, लेकिन लालच करने पर वह हमें दंड भी देती है। आप सभी को मूर्ख बना सकते हैं, लेकिन आप पर्यावरण को मूर्ख नहीं बना सकते। पेड़ पौधे मत करो नष्ट, सांस लेने में होगा कष्ट। पेड़ अधिक हो बच्चे कम, चलो शपथ लो तुम और हम। जब आर्थिक विकास पर्यावरण के हितों को अनदेखा करके किया जाता है, तो वह विकास राष्ट्र के लिए मुसीबतें खड़ी करता है। प्रकृति पहले हमें चेतावनी देती है, और जब हम चेतावनी के बाद भी नहीं सुधरते तो वह हमारा सर्वनाश कर देता है। एक स्वच्छ पर्यावरण हमारे बच्चों का अधिकार है और हमारा दायित्व है। वह व्यक्ति जो जीवन जीने का आदी हो चुका है, वह प्रकृति से दूर हो चुका है, वह व्यक्ति कभी भी स्वस्थ नहीं रह सकता। जैसे जैसे प्रकृति को नुकसान पहुंचता जाएगा, मनुष्य की स्वास्थ्य संबंधित समस्याएं बढ़ती जाएंगी। पेड़ पौधे हमें मुफ्त में ऑक्सीजन देते हैं, इसीलिए ढेर सारे पेड़ लगाओ, क्योंकि जब गैस का एक सिलेंडर खरीदने में इतने पैसे लगते हैं, तो सोचो अगर ऑक्सीजन का सिलेंडर सांस लेने के लिए खरीदना पड़ेगा तो क्या होगा। सुरक्षित पर्यावरण, सुरक्षित भविष्य। पर्यावरण के सप्ताह।
So no need to give the example. So how people are generally suffering due to the lack of oxygen, and generally maximum people are dying due to the insufficient amount of oxygen, so that they need the oxygen cylinder. You can compare with you can get the live example in COVID-19 pandemic. So I am concluding my talk. So over to you, Rachita ma'am. Thank you.